So that would be scanned. So we know where all those points, all the interesting points that we need. And then, as I say, that would be cut to the length that it needs to be. Now, if I just get the other bit. Sorry.
Yours was the SADEV gun, yeah.
Exactly.
We know the fitment, we know the clearance is on our bulkhead is fine here. We've got all the cable setups ready for bleeding into our master cylinder that sits close to here. No, that's yeah, I mean this one that we're building. Right, we're here at SWR today. We're looking at the SADEV gearbox for the sequential MAZDA based project that we're doing at MK Sportscars. And we're going to go and see Steve in there and talk through the project and how we're going to develop it and everything else. So come on inside. So if you didn't know, SWR, they do the old SADEV gearbox, as you can see there.
Sort of talk you through this bit. So basically we'd end up machining, this isn't the bit for that, but
yeah, so this comes on to your
so basically that would go onto the gearbox. So for low volume, that's the best way of doing it, rather than cast it. But say you turn around later in the, you know, after a few months and you go, hang on, we're getting inundated with this, then you would have to look at probably casting a new
front nose, bell housing.
But that's something, but it's no point, you might as well see how everything works, and then you go from there.
Okay.
So we'd end up with something like that, but basically once that's machined, that would be up to it and it'd be welded round.
Okay.
So that does, so we keep that, keep its orientation up to the SCL. Done.
Okay, so the main body of the gearbox that's here, will it be as per this, or will it be as per this with this subframe?
Right, that is where we will take you through into the other bit, into the gearbox room, just to sort of the only reason go through the different bits of what's possible.
The only reason I say that is because we don't need that.
Good.
That's not an issue.
Good.
Okay, because we don't use any of these mounting points.
Perfect.
Okay, but if you was to sell this on to a MAZDA MX-5 owner, they would need this section to bolt through their subframe and where it bolts in under here, as well as two fixing points.
Exactly.
So for future reference for you, not so much for us, but for the MX-5 community, where I've had probably 5 or 6 emails from customers going, oh, can you do that for the MX-5? We're looking at for competition use. That is something to bear in mind. You'd still have this dimension, but it's whether you do whatever.
As I say, we bought a gearbox, I don't know, 3-4 years ago to do it, but we concentrated on the ND first. The ends, because it was going to be a championship and then it fell through, it was around COVID time. Then we did the NC. And that is on the list to actually design.
Well,
so we have it in mind,
which is fine.
But we try to make it where one product we can stretch into many different things, as we're going to show you in a minute round there.
We're at the stage where we can alter things on the chassis, it's not a problem, because we normally mount ours from here. So our gearbox mount comes off of here with a flat plate to a rubber. Sits bang under there. Now obviously yours is going to be, this is Type 9 based, isn't it? Where a Type 9 would normally bit with the rubber section with slots into it. So
we'll show you all in the gearbox room.
So do you want to go through now and see it?
Yeah, that's what I say. We'll go through. Let's go through and have a look.
Let's go to the gearbox room.
We're
going to walk through into here and just show you what we're going to be doing. So this is the gearbox room. They've got other projects going on, but we've got a MAZDA gearbox here. So this is a NB gearbox out of a Mark II, which is 98 to 2000. And we're going to be making that, or SWR, Steve and Josh are, into one of these. This beautiful thing. So it'll be a 6-speed sequential, gear lever, everything else. And we've just been talking through all of the housings and things like that.
All these things, because when you get it, it wants to be where you're going. That's exactly what we want.
Well, for where I can give you that height, that's not an issue, because I think we'll do something similar to Cup 200. We're basically we have Our Cup 200 car is a race car, a bike engine car.
Yeah.
So it runs a high booster. Of course, it's got a sequential gearbox.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we have them, we have a lever that bends up nicely so that basically your minimal time is off the steering wheel.
Exactly.
So we're here and we're literally banging through the gearbox. So
It's nice to hear somebody say this, because we get weird and wonderful people that want gear levers down here. I'm going, no, you should be just doing this.
We're of,
literally steer with your thumb.
you can change with your fingers on this.
That is designed, so you're on the steering wheel and literally you're straight onto it.
Yeah.
But we've had customers asking if they want a short gear lever.
Right. Okay.
So,
Your Canadian guy wanted the short one.
Yeah. It will depend, but I'll get you the height. Yeah, probably somewhere there. Yeah.
But so it's one of those things that I don't need to know exactly now, but something to think about when you've got something in the car, and then we can work from. We can look at it on here. Now I'm just wondering what is the best. This is the larger.
Yeah.
So it's going to be either it's like the Mark II Escort prop or slider.
Yeah.
Or the MX-5 NC.
Yeah.
NC is the same, isn't it?
Well, we already do it. We do that drive shaft already. So,
perfect. So you're on a larger one, so it's stronger.
We're on the larger one already. Yeah. So, yeah. So we'll make the prop shaft accordingly for that, but it will be very similar length, I think, anyway.
But if you look at the diameter of that shaft coming out of that one to what this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going Ford diff, you see, so it's a Sierra based diff on it, so it's fine. Yeah.
Right, go on then.
So bits you get with the box as standard anyway, like I was just discussing the spray bar that's ready to be begging to be used.
Yep.
I don't know if you need a reverse light switch.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Yep.
that comes on there as standard.
Yep.
The full throttle cut switch, again standard, and then your gear display sensor is standard.
Okay. Yep.
But I still say no, not the bespoke input shaft.
Yep. So reverse is just engaged in a click of a lever?
Yeah, that's it, on a cable that fits underneath here.
Yep.
So reverse lock that cable. Obviously 6-speed can be 5-speed if you want it as well. It's just a case of taking a gear out and fitting a spacer in instead, but as standard they're all 6 gear, we don't really ever see any.
It'll be 6. So Steve's spent me through some speed ratios that we've talked about anyway.
Yeah,
so yeah, we'll one of the two we'll be choosing it, it's fine. Yeah, we can sort that out, it's not a problem. Yeah.
The drain plug, just for your information, is magnetic.
Okay.
So you've got a nice way of inspecting, and then this is a strainer for your return, your scavenge off your cooler as well. Anyway, so again, there's a filter in there already as standard.
Okay.
Again, something that wants to be removed and monitored when you are changing the oil as well.
And your recommended oil weight you use in these?
75 140.
Okay.
Fully synthetic.
That's what we're using our diffs. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're using our diffs. Yeah.
You can use 90 as well, but the 140 is always offers.
Yeah, we use it in our diff for anything, but yeah.
We find the Sierra diffs.
Yeah.
They used to chatter a lot.
Yeah.
When we went to the 140,
It's just shut them right up. Yeah, no problems.
they
Done.
seem to last
Longer.
changes
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
What sort of like schedule do you change the oil on for the diffs?
Well, most of the guys who are racing it's every once a year. We don't need like at the end of the season they'll do a service with on them and that's it. But yeah, it's only because they're beaten up every time they go out on track. So once a year is plenty. After that, even then, to be honest, it would go further, but it's not exactly not exactly expensive change. So why would you not do that? You know, sort of thing.
Well, that's exactly the sort of way we go with this with the 1.2 litres of oil. It's not a lot of oil to go with.
No, it's the same as a diff, pretty much. Yeah. So
Hey, but
it's worth changing it.
as you will know, when you get them in for service, you go, how many?
So they do a couple of different noses. So the gearbox comes as one unit there. Then they do these noses. This is like for a Type 9, which is pretty cool. All machined in-house. And then this is for like an NC as well, which normally goes on there. So the Mark III based and Mark IV based MX-5s. So this is the one I think we're going to be going with. We'll be chopping this bit off, we'll be machining this bit off. We'll be making a new mount that will go on there. So this is normally for your PPF system in the centre of the Mazda. We're not going to be doing that because we don't need it on an MK RX-5 or the Sprint 1000, but we'll be doing that. So looking forward to this, from converted to that. Can you imagine putting this going along round track, it's going to be an absolute tool. So lots of things having to be done. I have to think about shaft for the clutch save to go on, and the gears that are in here, all of the mechanics, all of the bits that are behind it, the oil levels, the switches, stuff for the flat shifter settings. All of those have been talked through. Lots of little projects. It's Josh over here. Say hi, Josh, to everybody.
Hello.
He's going to be... You leading the project, Josh? Or is Steve?
Between me and Steve.
Steve and Josh are going to be leading the project there. So they've got to chop this off. Basically, haven't we, Josh? We're going to be chopping this off.
That's the idea.
Chopping this off somewhere here, be machined in a machine shop over here. Amazing. And then be welding that onto one of these. Similar sort of adapter to this. So this gets bolted onto the front, like here. I'll get it the right way around, Sean. I've been in here before, Josh. This goes on, and then the front nose will be on. This is really for sort of aiming at low volume type of manufacturing, where if you were going to do 50 of these, then they'd probably machine a new bellows in. But as it sits, this is the perfect, cost-effective way of getting this into one of the RX-5 MCs that we're doing out there. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll probably give you more updates once we get into the machining side of it and everything else. But if you want to know more information about the RX-5 range or the Cup 200 range, then hook us up at MK Sportscars. Email, phone call, or come and see us here at the factory.